Hello, everybody. This is the Diana Sarah Holistic Health Center bringing you live on planet Earth. Dash, dash. Woke to the third power. Hello, everyone. We are still putting up posts on podcasts, putting up posts on mind.com and YouTube. And the reason that we're doing this is because when we leave, when we stop putting up our videos and very few people see them, they end up saying some of the most idiotic things, idiotic videos that you ever wanted to see. There seems to be a far right movement right now to flood YouTube with fake videos because people used to come to YouTube in order to find the truth. I've seen ads on Facebook advertising for nationalist Christians who wanted to have speaking engagements and ways of advertising and entering social media. It said just to contact them. My guess is that they are taking these people, giving them liver training, putting them on a YouTube station, and then just paying extra money to have their videos come up. While people like me or people who believe in what most of the United States want, we're never seen. We're shadow banned. And in my case, shadow banned before I can really get started. And that's the new way of doing it. In the Book of the Five Rings, it is called snuffing out with the pillow. It says you let the person do anything they want to do. You let them have all kinds of actions, and you even help them to permit actions. But then what happens is as soon as they start doing something effective before it can start, you snuff it out as fast as you can. It's like the Bob Marley song. Every time I plant a seed, he says, kill it before it grows. And that's what's happening on YouTube, Facebook, and other social media, except for TikTok. That's why they want to get rid of TikTok. And so we are here again, basically saying the things that make sense and the things that 80% of the American public want, but don't get. What are those things? They want a democracy of the people, by the people, and for the people. They want to be able to elect and vote for the candidates that they want. They don't want billionaires to be able to take money and to buy all the elections and to bribe the senators. They don't want outside organizations like APEC to be able to drive the progressive people out so that they can push farther and farther to the right that will support the country, Israel, that they're supporting. They want people to mind their own business and let us function as a democracy, not as a religious country, not as an overly secular country, no, but as a country of the people, by the people, and for the people. That's it. That's all. So we might ask, what's so bad about that? Why are people being banned just for saying that? Truth is that there are people in this country, a very small percentage of people who have power and who have prestige, who do not want the rest of us to ever be free. It is a form of neo-feudalism, a new type of feudalism where we are allowed to think that we are free. But if you ever look at the feudal society, and if you look at the fiefdoms and things like that, you will see that they lived lives very much like ours. They had to give the increase of their farming and production to the king or the nobility, those at the top. And they, in turn, got to live in peace and work on those farms and own those lands as long as they paid to have them. Look at the landlords now. Look at the mortgages that you're paying now. Look at the taxes on property now. Do you own your house? Do you own your land? No, you don't. You pay a tribute to the government so that you can have it. And you pay of your increase, some people 25 to 30% every paycheck, because you pay to be free. You are paying for your freedom, while other people, maybe about 10%, get the lawyers and all of those people and lobbyists to make it so they don't have to pay taxes. They receive the taxes. And that's how the nobility used to live. When we come together, we try to create a society of equity and justice. Soon it is divided. It's split up. They use anything possible to cause that division: race, gender, ethnicity, anything that is possible, religion, in order to break us apart so that we can never talk with each other and see that what we want for ourselves and our children and the whole community, what we want is the same thing. And that is to be left alone so that we are allowed to work with our families and our own communities in order to create a world of justice and beauty and grace and love without outside interference. And we want to be able to leave that place, if we don't agree with it, to go to one that we agree with more. But if we did that, we would no longer need and feed those people at the top. And so you will have a coalition of people working together, and they will pay someone several dollars to come in and cause division by bringing up old unhealed traumas, speaking hatred and negativity until they can tear that group apart as those with good conscience and who are sincere look at these ugly people creeping in and taking power and decide they want nothing to do with the group anymore. You don't have to believe me with this, of course. And you don't have to Google it. You don't have to check with the authorities to see if it's true. You can just think of your own life. Look back during your own life and see if this hasn't happened. Look at the church. The church that had the message of loving your neighbor as yourself. It had the message of accepting the stranger and treating the immigrant with kindness, of turning the other cheek, of being accepting to all people, and to walk in love. What has it become? A political machine. In the United States and all over the world, sending out doctrines to Africa about stoning and killing LGBTQ people, burning witches at the stake, and anyone who politically agreed with them for almost 700 years in Europe, fighting wars to steal land from the Muslim people over in the Middle East for more than 100 years. And now you see people in Gaza fighting to steal land in the name of God, or ethnic supremacy in Gaza, in the West Bank, in Palestine. And all of the good people, the ones who share the dream of love and peace, end up being pushed out or leaving because they don't want anything to do with the hypocrisy. And riding the wave, you find all of these platforms that are run by the mega rich, pushing the division, the hatred and separation, and demonetizing anyone who speaks against it. Anyone who gives a message that will bring healing and peace to the society. Anyone who stresses the human being developing themselves fully and completely so that they can participate in a system that's supposed to be democratic. Anyone trying to get people to learn how to think critically, to look at things from various angles and decide for themselves what's right or wrong. These are the platforms that are demonetized. They have found a way to make us think, you see, that discomfort is an attack, when growth does not occur if someone is never uncomfortable. Things have to be shaken up for the mind to be expanded. But the rulers of this world have made us think that we are being attacked when we are made uncomfortable. They made the two synonymous so that we don't grow. And like the serfs, we continue to produce, to spend our money and give our tribute to the nobility and the landlords, and so that we will stay enslaved. And that, my friends, that is where we're trapped. As long as we concentrate on differences and never learn to look at the two most important likenesses. One, that we all want a better world for our children and our children's children. All of us who are being stomped on and oppressed. The small group at the top don't. And the second, we will always have power if we can come together to create a better world. And we can do so by dealing with the hurts and traumas that exist within us and healing ourselves so that we can heal the world. We are the divine power and the creative energy that we have been seeking. And until we claim that and live as that, beating back the hatred, the fear, the ignorance, the racism, the ethno-supremacy all over the world, when we beat those things back, we will be free. Until then, we never will be. More information, check the links below to see where you can learn more about the things we're offering and perhaps even partake of life coaching sessions to help you heal from the pain and suffering that you have received from the false identity that you have accepted. Thanks again.